Bonjour everyone, and welcome back to the Waves of Your Soul readings. I am your humble French tarot reader Marine, and today we're going to be doing a reading around how to attract more love in your life. This is going to be a love reading for all of my singles out there who are wanting to find love, wanting to find a meaningful romantic relationship, and who are in the process of or trying to attract love in their life. February is the month of Valentine's Day. I thought I would be doing a little love reading on the channel, as this is a very important subject when we are looking to find the right person, when we're ready to date and we're looking to find a suitable partner. Sometimes we can face certain blockages or certain challenges, and so I thought I would do a reading dedicated to that to help you on your endeavor to attract and find love in your life. So I hope you'll enjoy that. I'm very excited to be doing this reading for you. And if you're new here, I want to say a huge welcome. So if you don't know how pick a card reading works, in front of you, as you can see, we have 3 different piles and 3 different crystals. All you need to do is intuitively choose the pile that is calling out to you the most, as this is where your reading will be. So today, to help you choose, I've set up 3 different tarot decks and 3 different crystals. For my pile number 1, you can choose, thanks to this little peach agate, that's the crystal for my pile number 1. And for my pile number 1, the deck associated is called the Black Femme Tarot. This is my LGBTQIA plus option for this reading. I always want to have a queer option for all of my love readings, and this one is a celebration of all of the gorgeous black femmes out there. So if this particular deck is calling out to you in this moment in time, if the imagery is vibing with you, then your message could be in pile number 1. For my pile number 2, I have a piece of raw quartz, which looks like this. This is one I brought back from South Africa, so it's very special to me. It holds beautiful energy, so this is my choice for pile number 2. The deck associated is very different. I've chosen 3 very different decks, as I wanted to give people very different options. So for my pile number 2, we have the, what is this called again? The Enchanted Romance Tarot. And as you can see here, we're definitely more in the realm of gorgeous Victorian art style, very different but still equally beautiful. So if this particular imagery, if this particular vibe is resonating with you right now, then your message could be in pile number 2. Finally, for my pile number 3, the crystal associated is a piece of aragonite, which looks like this. I love aragonite. Great for concentration and for helping focus. The crystal for my pile number 3. And the deck associated, again, very different to my 2 previous choices. This is the Rosabelle Tarot. This time it's a collage deck. It's beautiful, it's colorful, it's vibrant. So if this particular deck, if this imagery is calling out to you at this moment in time, then your message could be in pile number 3. If you need a little bit more time to choose a pile for you, then I invite you to pause the video, take some deep breaths, release any tension you might be holding in your shoulders, maybe unclench your jaws, relax your body, come back to the waves of your soul. In the description box, you're gonna find all the names of the decks I'm using today. For my fellow deck goblins, you will also find other videos of mine you may want to check out, as well as my second channel, The Waves of Your Soul, where I share my passion for tarot and oracle cards. Without further ado, let's get into your reading, how to attract love into your life. Let's go. Okay, my pile number 1, welcome to your reading. If you chose this gorgeous peach agate, or if you chose this particular deck, then this is going to be the reading for you. I mentioned in the intro, today we're looking at how you can attract love into your life. For all of my singles out there who are looking for a romantic relationship, who are looking to date, to meet someone, then this is going to be the reading for you. We're going to start by what you should do for yourself first in order to attract love, as a way to tell the universe that you're ready to meet someone, that you're ready to invite love into your life. So what should you do for yourself first? My pile number 1. Let's start with that. What should you do for yourself in order to attract love into your life? We have the Wheel of Fortune. Okay, we'll pull one more. And we have the Hierophant. Wow, okay, double majors for my pile number one. What should you do for yourself in order to attract love at this moment in time, in order to tell the universe you're ready to meet someone? There is an idea here around potentially embracing change. First of all, we have this idea of you potentially right now, my pile number one, being on the verge of big change in your life and taking more responsibility in your life. I see you expanding in your life, in your career, in your personal life, in your personal growth, in the lessons you've learned. You are in the middle of or about to go through a certain personal evolution, becoming the 2.0 version of yourself. When the Wheel of Fortune and the Hierophant comes, it is a really big indicator that my pile number one is going through a huge transformation in their life right now. You are really becoming the Pokemon evolution version of yourself, the next version of yourself. You're going through a big transformation. Potentially you're changing your physical reality, or internally you're going through a big transformation around your values, what you believe in, how you speak to yourself, how you behave, the vibe you emit, all of that. The first thing you should do is to embrace this new version of yourself, embrace this expanded version of yourself. And I'm hearing right now you're invited, my pile number one, to focus on who you want to be rather than who you used to be. So if right now your big transformation is around personal confidence, for example, maybe you guys used to be a little bit shy, maybe you used to struggle with body image or personal, like self-low confidence, things like that. And now you're in a certain process of overcoming that, of regaining confidence, of being more in tune with yourself, or feeling good in your body, feeling good in yourself, starting to love yourself more. But potentially you're in that place where you have one foot into that new person that feels confident, and still one foot into that version of yourself that was feeling a little bit shy and low confident. This is a time where you're invited to take that last foot and step into fully this new version of yourself. So you're at a time where you're really invited to focus on who you are wanting to be rather than who you used to be. You guys are invited to leave an old version of yourself behind. I can see you've been doing a lot of work around, like I was saying, evolving, changing, growing, transforming. My pile number one is very big on this. I feel that. So this is an encouragement from the universe to say, continue the work you've been doing. It's an encouragement to say, embrace fully this new version of yourself and keep your eyes on who you want to be rather than who you used to be. It's really the time to leave the past behind. It doesn't matter if you used to be a certain way, if you used to behave a certain way. If you decide that from now on this is the person you're gonna become, then this is the person you're gonna become, and you're invited to focus on that, my pile number one. Okay, for you guys, I really feel like what you should do for yourself is something you've already been doing, which is like focus on this growth, this evolution you're going through, this big change you're embodying. It could be related to external changes, like I was saying, maybe you're expanding at work, or maybe you're expanding in your personal life. But I have a feeling that for a lot of my pile number one, it's a personal, internal change. Like you are changing how you look at the world, you're changing your values, you're changing your patterns, your behaviors, you're becoming more in tune with yourself, more connected with your soul. This is an encouragement to keep going. So nothing new here that you're invited to take up. On the contrary, it's saying continue the hard work, but even more so, step into even more fully this version of yourself that is now more evolved, more in tune, more aligned, and truly leave behind who you used to be. If it no longer aligns with you, you are invited to leave that old version of yourself behind and step fully into the version of yourself that you want to be. Okay, nobody gets to tell you who you should be but yourself. And so in that way, even if people used to know you as a certain person, as being a certain way, it doesn't matter. You decide who you want to be. Every day you get to recreate yourself, and I feel like my pile number one is in this process of recreating yourself. I feel like my pile number one is really embodying this process right now of recreating oneself, of reinventing oneself, and of transforming oneself into a new evolved version. So I love that for you guys. Beautiful. Now we're going to get into the juicy, heavy hitter part of the reading, which is going to be about what is potentially blocking you from attracting love right now, from like welcoming love right now, this is an issue you need to address. So this is a part of the reading where it might hurt a little bit, but it's only so that you are able to see what's going on, so that you can heal and welcome love into your life. Okay, so let's see what is potentially standing in your way. What is the potential issue you need to address in terms of attracting love? What is the issue, the blockage standing in your way of you attracting love into your life? For my pile number 1, what's the issue? What's the blockage? We have ambivalent. You say you want a lover, but you're not all in. Take time to figure out what you want. Ooh, okay, that's interesting. Let's pull one more. And we also have burnt out. You feel emotionally burnt out right now. Retreat and recover before continuing. Yeah, okay, I understand now. So my pile number 1, because you're going through such a big change right now. Like I was saying, maybe in your personal life, maybe in your career, maybe it's an internal change, whatever it is, you guys are in a time of expansion, of change. There's a lot going on. When, you know, Wheel of Fortune and the Hierophant, there's a lot going on. You have potentially more responsibility. People are looking at to you. People are asking potentially more of you. Maybe you're asking more of yourself as well. Of course, with that comes responsibility, and with that comes a lot of expense of energy. And with these 2 cards, we really get the idea that you guys are doing the most right now. You're doing a lot. We have burnt out, which says you feel emotionally burnt out right now, retreat and recover before continuing. So potentially you guys don't have really the energy right now to look for love, even though deep down this is something you desire, but this is something you want. You might not have at this moment in time the emotional capacity, the emotional bandwidth to welcome a new person in your life, or to welcome a romantic partner in your life. So this is potentially something you guys need to accept, is that whilst you have a desire to attract love, maybe at this moment in time of you expanding and growing and taking on more responsibility and sitting more fully into your power, it might not be the best moment to invite love at this moment in time, because you're working on yourself, and so you have a lot going on, and so you might not have the time, the energy, the emotional bandwidth, the physical energy, the spiritual energy to take the new endeavor of bonding with someone special and of pouring love into another person. We also have ambivalent. You say you want a lover, but you're not all in. Take time to figure out what you want. That lets me know that you guys have a lot going on already. Maybe you're pushing yourself at work. Maybe you're pushing yourself in with a certain personal project, or maybe you're pushing yourself in your endeavor to be more in tune with yourself, to work on yourself. Whatever it is, you already have a lot going on, my pile number 1. And so it's really not a reading to say you're not gonna find love or anything like that. It's just saying that potentially right now, instead of adding that stress of trying to go on dates and meeting someone to your plate, potentially right now you should focus instead on looking at what's already on your plate, embracing this evolution, this transformation that you're going through, and then from then on be in a more rested, more settled space where you will feel more confident that you can welcome someone in your life and actually give them the time and energy they deserve. But right now it might feel a little bit too much, and maybe that's something that's difficult to accept, but that's also okay. It's totally okay to want love, but it's totally okay to admit, I want love, but maybe right now it would be a little bit too much for me. That's completely fine. You might feel differently in a week, 2 weeks, in a month's time, even in a few days' time. But at this moment in time, for my pile number 1, I do have a feeling that right now the blockage is that you potentially have a lot on your plate already, and that might be is what it is standing in your way. And so instead of forcing that, feeling guilty or pushing yourself when you don't have really the energy or the bandwidth for it, on the contrary, potentially you're invited to focus on embracing this growth and expansion you're going through, because this is exciting. This is setting you up to your next level of yourself, your new evolution, and that is something you are invited to focus on. So let's see. What is something you're invited to learn from all of this? For my pile number 1, what are you invited to learn from all of this? What are you invited to learn? Look, we have the Empress and we have the Ace of Swords. With the Empress and the Ace of Swords, you are invited to, at this moment in time, learn to embrace what's here, the abundance you're creating for yourself, whether it's at work, in your friendships, in your family life, in your personal growth. You guys are manifesting something big, my Palmy one, but it might not be related to romantic relationships. And again, like I said, it's okay to say you want to find love, but it's also okay to focus on other things in your life and to not have quite the bandwidth right now to pursue this endeavor of looking for love. So right now you're really invited to embrace this idea of self-love, gratitude, nourishing your ideas with the Ace of Swords, nourishing your creativity, nourishing your brilliance, nourishing your ideas, nourishing the gratitude, the self-love, the abundance in your life, and potentially instead of focusing on the romantic side of your life or lack thereof, instead focusing on your career or your friendships or personal goals, manifestation, dreams, whatever it is you guys are working on. This is a big time for all of that, my Palmy one. So again, I'm not saying you're never gonna find love. That's not what I'm saying at all. I'm just saying that right now you have something big and juicy and beautiful coming your way. It's potentially not interpersonal relationship related, and that still is gonna make you feel fulfilled, abundant, beautiful, and empowered. And so that's exciting. And I think once you embrace that place of having worked on this big dream, achieved this big thing you're working on, you're gonna feel a lot more ready to invite someone new into your life. There is a big influence here around embracing new ideas. You guys are invited to follow certain ideas, whether it's an idea of something related to work, again, personal project, goal, manifestation. You guys are invited to work on this. Maybe some of you are wanting to write a book. Maybe some of you are wanting to start a business. Maybe some of you are planning a trip. Whatever it may be, there's something big and juicy you guys are invited to do for yourself, to feel abundant, to feel grateful, to feel fulfilled. And then from that place, I really believe that you'd feel a lot more ready and settled to invite someone new into your life and to attract that person. Okay, beautiful. Okay, we're still gonna ask, what is the first step to find love, to confirm if there's anything else we need to know. What is the first step for my pile number one to find love? Even though I think we have a little bit of an idea already. What do we have? Knight of Swords and Strength. Yeah, beautiful. So with the Knight of Swords and Strength, it's really an idea of go after your dreams, go after your manifestation, go after the thing, because things are moving from my pile number one. There's things happening, things you've been manifesting outside of the love realm. Like I said, it could be career related, personal goal, physical health goals. It could be related to your environment, finances, whatever it is, hobbies, regardless. This is something, a goal you have, a manifestation you worked on. Things are finally happening for you in a good way. So you're invited to pursue that. And then from that place with the Knight of Swords, and then from that place of you pursuing that, of you embracing this goal, this manifestation that you're working on for you and not for anyone else. And like we've talked about before, with Strengths, we have confirmation that you'll feel a lot more aligned, fulfilled, and ready to meet that special person. So maybe right now is not the right moment, but that's because there's something more exciting for you to focus on. And I have a feeling that you guys already know that. You guys already know that deep down, the energy you have, you want to spend it on this goal, this dream you have, instead of on going on dates or meeting someone or whatever it is, because there's something in your soul that you want to work towards, something that you feel excited about, that you feel passionate about, that you're like, this is exciting me right now, this new version of myself, this expansion. I want to embrace it, I want to grab it, I want to pursue life and have fun and enjoy that. So go for it, my number one, and then from then on you will feel a lot more, I think, ready, aligned to meet someone. Okay, we're gonna wrap up the reading with one last little message from your higher self around this idea of attracting love. What do you need to know for about this? Anything, any last message you need to know? Whoop. Look, you are exactly where you're meant to be in the moment. Exactly. This is very Empress energy. Enjoy this big evolution you're going through. Enjoy this period of change where you're expanding, you're reaching your goals, you are growing into yourself, you're evolving into the new Pokemon version of yourself. Enjoy where you are. Go after your goals, go after your manifestation. And then once you feel satisfied and fulfilled because you have gone after your dreams, from then on, I think things will be a lot easier. And I think that's when you will be emotionally ready and spiritually ready and physically ready as well. You'll have enough energy to invite that special person into your life. Right now, your main job is to enjoy where you are, appreciate the things you can be grateful for, dive into this new version of yourself that you've been working hard on, and go after those dreams that you have, those manifestations that you have, because there's really a lot of beautiful things happening for my pile number 1, and I'm excited for you. So that's the message. That was surprising. I did not expect my first pile to go like this, and I hope it was still useful and that it still brought you something of value. If you enjoyed this reading, I invite you to like, comment, subscribe. Those are all free ways to support my work. I want to thank you so much for being here. There will be more pick a card readings where this came from. Definitely lots more readings on the way. I have a lot of ideas, so I'm excited to be reading more for you guys for the rest of the year. And until next time, I'm sending you so much good vibes and keep navigating the waves of your soul. Bye! Okay, my pile number 2, welcome to your reading. So if you chose this piece of raw quartz, or if you chose this deck, then this is going to be the reading for you. As I mentioned, today's reading is dedicated to finding out how to attract love, how to bring more love, how to meet this special person. So we're going to start by looking at what you are invited to do for yourself. This is representing what you're invited to do for yourself in order to let the universe know that you're ready to meet someone, that you're ready to attract love. So let's start with that. What should you do for yourself in order to attract love at this moment in time? I'm pile number 2. What should you... Okay, we don't have to shuffle for very long. What do we have? We have the 7 of Pentacles. And we have the 8 of Pentacles. Okay. With the 7 of Pentacles and the 8 of Pentacles, there's a feeling that you guys are already doing quite a lot in terms of trying to meet people, trying to meet your special person. This could be my pile of people who are going on dates, who are doing the effort of trying to meet people, who are potentially on the apps, who or in joining groups or joining like dating websites or like meeting people in real life, whatever it is, trying to expand their social circle, whatever. I feel like this is my pile of people who are actively trying and who have been trying to meet someone. 7 of Pentacles and 8 of Pentacles already tells me you guys have been already pouring energy into this endeavor of attracting love. Like I said, you might have been going on dates, or you might have are trying to push yourself outside your comfort zone, meeting new people, or be, like I was saying, going on apps, whatever it is, but you are definitely pouring energy and efforts into trying to meet someone. So this is an encouragement to keep these efforts you are doing, as these two cards represent both patience as well as the idea of showing up for yourself again and again. When the 7 of Pentacles and 8 of Pentacles come, there's an idea of hard work will pay off. So it's not something that we want to hear, because it's often telling us this is going to require you to show up consistently, it's going to require effort, and it's going to require you to continue what you're doing, which can be annoying to hear, I understand. But at the same time, it's also confirmation and reassurance that what you've been doing has not been in vain, as you're doing exactly what you should be doing, which is to meet more people, or opening your social circles, putting yourself more out there, etc., whatever you guys are doing. I'm hearing some of you have also been doing a certain work on yourself, maybe taking care of yourself more, maybe paying more attention to how you present yourself to the world, maybe getting a new haircut, changing the way you dress, whatever, so you feel more confident in how you present. All of those things are great, and these two cards are encouraging you to continue the work you've been doing already, but to remain patient, as this is saying the hard work will pay off, and so this is an encouragement to keep showing up every day in the little ways you can encourage this endeavor of attracting love in your life. So whether for you that is, like I was saying, opening your social circle, whether that's making sure you are active on the dating apps, whether that's making sure you are saying yes when people are inviting you to go out, that is, like I was saying, for some of you, the work you're doing on your appearance or on your personal confidence or on your work, like your self-love, self-care, all of those things. This is an encouragement to say keep going, the hard work will pay off, but there is a little bit of an invitation to remain patient here. So we're going to see what the rest of the reading gives, but I have a feeling, my Palomito, you're already doing a lot, and the universe to encourage you to keep going. Okay, so let's see now with the core of this reading, which is the part where potentially it could hurt a little bit, but it's like the kind of truth we need to hear. Issue or blockage that is standing in your way of you attracting that love into your life. What is potentially standing in your way? An issue you need to address. Let's see. we have being needy, make friends and spend time by yourself to take the pressure off your relationship. Let's pull one more. Let's see what else we have for my pile number 2. And we have demanding. You set impossible standards for your partners to meet. Be less demanding. Okay. This is interesting because obviously we are looking at this oracle as, because this can be used for people who are single or in relationships, so we're going to read this as you guys being single. With these two cards, potentially what's standing in your way, being needy and being demanding. For me, there's an idea here around potentially what's standing in your way, my palm 2, and I did warn you this oracle deck does not play around, but it's good because then we're gonna ask the cards how you can move on from this and how you can heal this potential blockage. We do have an idea here that potentially you guys are putting a lot of pressure on yourself to find this special person. There might be an idea that you guys are very much putting a lot of pressure, being very, and when I see this demanding, for me it's not demanding of someone else. For me, I see this as being demanding of yourself. See, you potentially, I did tell you guys, I have a feeling you've been doing a lot. You've been going on dates, you've been trying to meet people, you've been doing all the things you could. And so potentially because you might not have seen the results you want, this might create this sense of one urgency I'm hearing, where it's like, why is this not happening yet? Which could be what this needy card is related to, this idea of like, I need this to happen right now. Why have I not met this person? I'm trying so hard and yet nothing is happening. Why is it not happening now? This is what this needy card is making me think of personally, this idea of a sense of urgency. And with this demanding card, we have a sense of pressure. You guys putting a lot of pressure on yourself to meet that person, and because potentially you're working hard, you're showing up, you're meeting people, going on dates, working on yourself, doing all the things, it's not working out. There could be this idea that you guys are pressuring yourself of like, maybe something of like starting to doubt yourself, starting to push yourself, starting to feel like there's something wrong with you, or that you're not trying hard enough, or that you're failing at meeting someone, all of those things. And this is creating a lot of pressure. I feel pressure when I look at those two cards. So this is an invitation to alleviate a little bit that pressure you're putting on yourself, because potentially that's what's standing in the way of you meeting someone, is you feeling very intense about this situation and you being very harsh on yourself regarding the desire to meet someone. The more you're gonna feel demanding on yourself, the more you're gonna pressure yourself, the more you're gonna feel like you are failing at meeting someone, the more it's gonna create stress, and the less you're gonna be in tune with yourself, and the harder it's going to be to meet that special person, because you're not going to be relaxed, you're not going to feel open, and that could stand in the way of you attracting love in your life. So really the blockage here is around you relieving a little bit of that pressure. It could be that this pressure is coming externally. Maybe some of you are facing your family, potentially, or friends, or whatever, colleagues who are like, why are you still single? Why have you not met anyone? You should be with someone by now. You know, this societal pressure to be with someone. If that's the case, that can be very difficult. But again, this is an encouragement to try and remove yourself from that pressure. So if that pressure is coming from externally to you, then this is an invitation to set some boundaries around that. Remove yourself from this pressure imposed on other people. If it's coming from yourself, then truly this is the moment to pay attention to the way you speak to yourself and to see in what ways you're being extra harsh on yourself around needing to meet someone, as currently this could be standing in your way, right? The more harsh you're going to be on yourself, the harder it's going to be to feel relaxed and happy, and that in turn could stop you from attracting love into your life. Let's see what you're invited to learn around this. This is the next thing we're going to ask from the universe. What are you invited to learn, my pile number 2? We have the Five of Swords. Okay, for me, there is a sense of comparison here, potentially with the idea of this pressure you're feeling around, I need to meet someone. It could come from you comparing yourself to friends or families, members who are in relationships that you potentially admire, or that you think, why not me? You know, this idea of comparing yourself, and you see people who are already getting married or who are already building families, things like that, and you're like, why is this not happening to me yet? There is a sense, this is what also could create urgency. Potentially you're like wanting to settle down to create a family family, and you're not meeting the right person. And so there's a sense of the clock is ticking. That's adding pressure. For some of you, I'm feeling that could be the case. For some of you, it's also the other side of this, which is you might have been in a long-term relationship, potentially that didn't work out, and so now you're separated or divorced or whatever it may be. You are like trying to find someone else, but you're seeing other people who have stayed in long-term relationship, and there's a sense of comparison again, of like, why did they manage to make it last and we didn't, or something. I feel you guys are being very, very critical of yourself here, and yet this is an invitation to not compare yourself. Everyone is different, everyone's path is different. If it takes you longer than your friends or your family or people around you to find love, it's okay. If you have a different way of meeting the right person for you, even if it comes after a few long-term relationships that didn't work out, it's okay. If you feel like you need more time on your own before you can meet someone, it's okay. Even if you decide you actually don't want to meet anyone and you want to stay on your own, it's okay. Like, you do you, boo. Honestly, this is a reminder that you are not meant to compare yourself to others. You're on your own path. Focus on yourself, focus on where you are, focus on what you can do to love yourself, to cherish yourself, to cherish your life. And that, removing this idea of comparing your path and your relationship to love versus other people's relationship to love, will remove a lot of the pressure you're currently feeling that is bringing unhappiness and heaviness. Is not needed right now, my pile number 2, okay? So what you need to learn is related to stop comparing yourself, your past specifically, or your relationship to other people's relationships. You're on your own path, you're on your own journey, you're on your own timing, and it's all valid, okay? So that's a big message for my pile number 2. Okay, let's see the first step to find love. What is the first step you're encouraged to take to find love, my pile number 2? What is the first step you're meant to take? 9 of Pentacles. Look, we have 7, 8, and now we're up to the 9. And look how beautiful this card is. Absolutely gorgeous. With the 9 of Pentacles, you're invited to first indulge in your independence, celebrate yourself, feel good in yourself, love yourself, cherish yourself, treat yourself as the goddess or god that you are, treat yourself as the queen or king that you are, and cherish who you are. Relish in your independence. Potentially right now, yes, you haven't quite managed to meet the right person. It doesn't mean you're not worthy. It doesn't mean you're not lovable. The more you're gonna cherish your worth, yourself, your value, your beauty, your grace, your intelligence, your kindness, the more you're gonna cherish how brilliant you are, how beautiful you are, how special you are, the more you're gonna feel confident and relaxed. And that will also ease a lot of the pressure you're putting on yourself. And it's from that place of feeling confident and worthy that you're gonna be able to meet the right person. Your job right now, my pile number 2, is to focus on you. What can you do to love you? What can you do to treat yourself? What can you do to feel special, to feel worthy? As soon as you're going to start treating yourself special, that will let the universe know that you're ready to meet someone that wants to treat you special as well. Is that English? That wants to treat you well, that wants to treat you like, again, the queen or king that you are. The first step is around embracing yourself, cherishing yourself, treating yourself, cherishing your independence, being way less harsh on yourself, and being more appreciative of all your qualities, all your blessings, all the beautiful sides that make you you, and really feel that you are lovable, my pile number 2. You don't need someone else to feel lovable. You are lovable, and you can give that love to yourself first in order to let the universe know you're ready to feel it from someone else, okay? So there's some invitation here to stop comparing your past to someone else, and to be way less harsh from yourself, less sense of urgency, and instead of feeling like I need to meet someone now, I should have met someone by now, etc., etc., instead celebrate yourself, treat yourself, cherish yourself, love yourself, and from then on things should definitely get a lot easier. Okay, we're gonna wrap it up by pulling one last little message. What else do you need to know around this idea of attracting love? One last message from your higher self to wrap up the reading. we had a little jumper. Every season of life must come and go. Embrace the season of now. So again, for me, this is a reinforcement of the message of not comparing your past to other people, not comparing yourself to other people. Maybe your friends are settling down, maybe your family members are all in relationships or whatever it may be. That's okay. You're on your own path, you're on your own journey. You're in a season where you're invited to embrace you, cherish you, continue the work you've been doing. It will pay off. There's just an invitation to put less pressure on yourself and to celebrate and love yourself more, my pile number 2. And in the meantime, to embrace where it is that you are. Even if you're not in a relationship right now, there's plenty of just beautiful things in your life. And instead of feeling defeated or like you're failing at finding someone, instead embrace the fact that you have time and space to cherish yourself, to treat yourself, to feel good in yourself, to do the things for you that you want to do. That will let the universe know you are ready to find someone to treat you as good as the way you're treating yourself. And that's truly the message for my pile number 2. So I hope this message resonated. I hope it brought you something of value. If it did, you can like, comment, and subscribe. Those are all free ways to support my work. I have plenty of readings coming. I have lots of ideas, so I'm very excited to continue to read the cards for you all year long. And until my next video, I'm sending you so much good vibes and keep navigating the waves of your soul. Bye! Okay, my pile number 3, welcome to your reading. So if you chose this little aragonite crystal or if you chose this deck, then this is going to be the reading for you. As I mentioned today, the reading is going to be dedicated to how to attract love into your life, to attract this special person into your life. And we're going to start by looking at what you're invited to do for yourself in order to let the universe know you're ready to meet someone, you're ready to meet that special person. What are you invited to do for yourself at this moment in time, my pile number 3, in order to attract love? We're going to start with that. So we have the Magician, beautiful. And let's do one more. What are you invited to do for yourself? And we have Justice. Okay, the first thing I'm hearing is making space for this potential new relationship in your life, because you guys are really wanting to manifest this at this moment in time. We have the Magician letting me know that right now you would be really open to be meeting someone, to start a new romantic relationship, to meet someone special. And so you're in that space where you want to manifest it. But when Justice comes, there's an idea of potentially needing, now that you have the desire to manifest it, to you feel that fire in your heart that says, I'm ready to meet someone, I'm ready to bring someone new into my life. There is a little bit of an indication here that you might need to make space for this person in your life. That means that I have a feeling that for my pile number 3, you are at that stage where you guys have just very recently decided you're ready to meet someone. So maybe my pile number 3, you've just finally recovered from a last breakup, or maybe you've just gone through a long period of time where you were single and you didn't really feel like you wanted to meet someone, but you're coming out of this phase now where you're like, maybe I'm finally ready, maybe I finally feel like I would like to meet someone. I have a feeling that it's quite recent for my pile number 3, whereas my pile number 2 was definitely giving vibes of people who have been working hard to meet that person. For my pile number 3, I feel like it's a recent development that you guys are feeling, in the sense of it's quite recent that you guys feel ready to attract love, to meet someone, to start dating, to pour love into a special person. So like I said, maybe some of you were still healing from a previous relationship, or maybe some of you were single for a while by choice because you didn't feel like you needed someone in your life, but now you're at a stage where you're like, you know what, finally I'm ready, I would like to meet someone. So it's early, I feel, in your desire. It's you're planting the seeds right now, and so now you're in the stage where you're manifesting it, and you are invited to make space for this person. So that could be in the sense of starting to make space in your life by thinking, okay, if I meet this special person, do I have time and space to give them in my life? Because if your life is already full, especially if some of you out there have been single for a while, your life might already be very full. You might have a lot of friends, or you might have a lot of hobbies, you might have things you love to do, your job, your family, whatever it may be. And so your life might already feel very fulfilling and full, and in that sense there might not be really space for a new person in your life, a new relationship in your life, even if you were to meet them. So there is an idea here around how can you make metaphorical space in your life to let the universe know you're ready to meet someone. That could come from potentially thinking about meeting new people, starting new things, starting to build your online dating profiles. What are the little ways you can let the universe know you're ready for this relationship? Well, as what are the ways can you make space? For example, I don't know why it's random, but I'm hearing maybe for some of you guys it's making space in your closet so that if you were to meet someone, they could come and put their stuff in your closet because there's space for them physically and emotionally in your life. It's like a little thing like this, but obviously it could be something more emotional and deeper than that. But there is an idea of here, the universe inviting you to both start manifesting by planting seeds. So like I was saying, creating the online profile, saying yes to new opportunities, going on endeavors to meet new people, whatever you guys feel called to do, as well as making space emotionally and figuratively for meeting this new person. I am hearing for some of you as well, it could be around truly saying goodbye to the past relationship that you were last in. So that could be around potentially putting away the albums. You don't have to burn them or you don't have to get rid of them, obviously, but maybe it's time to put the albums away of all the pictures with your ex. Maybe it's time to put the pictures off the wall of you and your ex and put them back in the drawer. So it's like a fresh start. There's an idea of cutting cords here, potentially. Again, it doesn't have to be dramatic. It doesn't have to be that you are removing the ex from your life or anything like that, especially if you guys departed on good terms. But energetically, I have a feeling that for some of you, your past relationship still has a lot of ties, still holds a little bit of weight in your life. And so what are the ways that you can cut cords emotionally, spiritually, to make space for this new relationship you are wanting to invite? Like I said, it could be as simple as changing the background on your phone and putting some pictures away from your walls, or putting the albums away so you don't have to look at them all the time. It could be emotionally feeling like you're ready to say goodbye, maybe it could be around putting some boundaries, it could be around having some conversation, whatever it may be. But there is an invitation here to both plant some seeds and make some space. So let's get into the juicy part of the reading now. This is a part where we are hearing some harsh truths. So this is a heavy part of the reading where we are getting some harsh truths, but from then on we're able to move forward and see the truth of the situation and see how you guys can attract love and meet that special person. But first we need to look at what is the potential issue or blockage standing in your way. So that's what we're going to look at now. What is the issue potentially or blockage you need to address regarding you attracting love, regarding you meeting a special person? What's the issue you need to address? We have love sucks, you have stopped believing in love, let yourself heal so you can be open again. Okay, I see where we're going here. Let's pull one more. What's potentially standing in your way? And we have too busy, you use being busy as an excuse not to date, you must make time for a partner. We've talked about this. We've talked about making space. That's so funny. Okay, there's a couple of things here, and it really relates to, I have a feeling that there's two kind of profiles in my pile number 3. They are the people who've been single for a long time and who are finally like, you know what, yeah, maybe I would like to meet someone. I've been single for a while, but I'm ready to meet someone. And yet, like I was telling you guys, because you've been single for a while, you've filled yourself with friends, hobbies, lots of things, and so now you don't actually have the space to meet someone. Even if you were to meet that special person, maybe you wouldn't have time to give them because your life is so full. So this is what this too busy card is relating to, that for some of you guys it's around making space. We've talked about it, making space or making time, so that if you meet someone, you know you would have time to actually spend time with them and to pour love and energy into them. The profile of my Palme 2 are people who are still affected by their last relationships, so they're ready to meet someone else, but potentially they haven't fully managed to heal yet the heaviness that they felt from their last relationship. And so this is where this love sucks is coming from. This idea that potentially you've been disappointed in the past. Have this idea that for some of you, like it says here, you've stopped believing in love, you have been disappointed in the past, and so it's a struggle for now to be open. You know, there might be a fear that the next person you meet is going to hurt your feelings again, that you're not ready to go through hardship again, that you don't want to go through heartbreak again, that it's not worth it, especially if you've suffered a lot in your past relationship. There might be a fear there of something repeating itself, and so there might be a fear of vulnerability as well for my pile number 3. So that's potentially what could be standing in the way right now, this idea of making time, making space, as well as a fear of being hurt, which is so normal and so human. We all go through it, especially when we've been hurt in the past. It's completely normal. But this belief that love sucks, this belief that, people are bound to hurt you, that people are going to betray you, that you're bound to be disappointed. I'm hearing specifically for some people, it's related to being cheated on, because I feel like for some of you, the last relationship, that's what happened. So you're afraid of that happening again. You might have lost trust in people because your trust was betrayed. And so potentially right now, the issue you need to work on is changing the way you look at love. And embracing the idea that there are good people out there, that you can be open again, that you can be vulnerable again, that not everyone is going to cheat on you, or that not everyone is going to be hurting you, and that love can be there, that love exists, that, there's some good out there, there's some good people out there, as well as embracing the idea that potentially you're going to have to make space and time for meeting someone if you're really truly ready to meet that person. And if you're not quite ready, that's also completely fine. Nobody can tell you what to do, right? This is just a general reading. I'm not telling you what to do. I'm just telling you what the cards say, but hopefully this makes sense. So what is something you need to learn in order to move away from this potential issue? What is something you need to learn? My pile number 3. Let's have a look. In order to move from this, 3 of Cups. So your friendships right now could really help you to, 1, meet new people. I'm hearing to go out, to have fun, to meet new people, to go out there. And from this place of enjoying yourself with your friends, with your community, there will be a sense of lightheartedness that is much needed from a pile number 1 to manifest this special person in your life. So embrace your friendships, embrace going out, having fun, doing fun things with your friends, spending time with friends, as they will truly be there for you and will be very important in you meeting someone. So rely on those friendships, in those community. If your friends are inviting you to go, to roller skating, say yes. If you're invited to go on a hiking trip, say yes. If they invite you to join the book club, say yes. Be the yes person. I'm hearing this is an invitation to say yes to new opportunity, to new things, to doing fun things. And I think your friends are going to be very instrumental around pushing you outside of your comfort zone. So that's the first thing I'm getting around what you need to learn, my pile number 3, around this idea of changing the way you look at things, is that if you start to go out with your friends, have fun, embrace new opportunities, go outside your comfort zone, automatically you're gonna feel a lot more lighthearted, a lot more confident, a lot happier. And I think that will also change your view on love, on life in general, and also directly on love, because by you feeling happier and more joyful, this past relationship potentially that hurt you, or this vision that you had of the fact that love can hurt, will automatically change as you'll feel a lot happier in yourself. So you won't feel so burdened by the past betrayals or disappointment or heartbreak that happened to you in the past. It's going to be a way for you to cut some cords from the past, to move away from the past hurt, is through you enjoying time with your friends, having fun, going out, embracing new things. What else is coming through around something to learn? We have the Hierophant. So this is an invitation to tapping into your spirituality as a way to let the universe know you are ready to meet love. So that might sound a little bit woo, but because we had the Magician and I had an idea of manifestation as soon as we started the reading, my pile number 3, don't be afraid to let the universe know, or the universe, God, spirit, whatever you guys believe in, let higher powers know what you want, who you want, what you're looking for. Write a petition. The next new moon, the next time you feel like the next time you're doing a little ritual for yourself, write a petition and write exactly the kind of person you're looking for, what they are, what their values are, how they behave, what they support, what they value, and put it out there. You're invited to write a petition and to use your spirituality as a form of prayer so that the universe also knows that you're ready to meet that person. It's an interesting mix. Like we haven't had this spiritual aspect in all of my other piles, but for my pile number 3, there is a side here, a facet here that is inviting you to use your connection to your guides, your higher self, your ancestors, your angels, whatever you guys believe in, to manifest this special person. Like petition for it, write it, manifest it, speak it into existence, pray for it, whatever you guys do. But definitely you are invited to tap into your spirituality as a way to manifest this special person into your life. Okay, so super interesting. Like I said, we've not had that yet for any other piles, but it's coming for you, so I love that actually. Okay, let's continue. What is the first step you are invited to take to find love, my pile number 3? What is the first step you're invited to take? 10 of Cups and Ace of Cups. Look at that. Honestly, I think love is not far for my pile number 3. You're invited to manifest it. You're invited to make space because it's very, very close by. I want you guys to feel excited because I have a feeling already 10 of Cups, Ace of Cups, huge indication that the love is very close by. Some of you might already have met even the person. You might already are like having a crush. You might already like are planning your first date, starting to talk with that person. You might already have an inkling of who it could be. If that's the case, it is big confirmation that honestly for my pile number 3, you guys are the closest to find that person, that special person. It's very, very close, or it's already within your circle and you already have that tingly feeling of like, oh, this is something exciting. In terms of so first action to take is trust in your intuition, trust in your heart, be open in your heart, and honestly have faith because it's coming. You don't have to do much apart from what we've talked about, which was planting the seeds, letting the universe know you're ready, potentially change the way you look at love, and potentially heal this idea of you looking at the love as something that hurts, but instead looking at something that can heal, that can bond, that can soothe, that can be exciting, all of those things, making space, everything we've talked about. But honestly, for my pile number 3, it's coming. 10 of Cups, Ace of Cups, it's very close. It's coming. So continue this endeavor you're on. Have trust the process, have faith, say yes to new opportunities, like I was saying. But honestly, it's very close by. And I have a feeling that for those of you who have a crush right now, who are like, you've been on one date, but you get that tingly feeling of like, are they gonna be yes, no, or you're starting to speak to someone or something like that. This is a big yes, okay? So I want you to feel excited because there's beautiful people on the way to you, beautiful relationship here, gorgeous. I love that for you so much. Okay, we're gonna wrap up the reading for my pile number 3. I'm very happy for you. We're gonna wrap up the reading by pulling one last card around this for my pile number 3. Last message from your guides. The relief you're seeking is already within you. Exactly. This it's coming. It's coming. Don't worry. Your next relationship is very, very close or already here. I feel like my pile number 3, you just need a little bit of reassurance. But honestly, whatever you're seeking, it's within. Continue the hard work. Continue to manifest. Continue to pray. Continue to visualize. Continue to speak it into existence. And I have a feeling there could be a beautiful relationship on the way for my pile number 3. So that's all I'm saying for you guys. I hope this message resonated. I hope it brought you something of value. If it did, don't hesitate to like, comment, and subscribe. Those are all free ways to support my work. I want to thank you so much for being here. I'm sending you so much good vibe. Until next time, keep navigating the waves of your soul. Bye!